What percentage of your monthly purchases come from Amazon? Matt's number is shockingly high. The movie review for this week is Crazy Stupid Love, and we finish off with our top 5 most satisfying things. Did your picks make our list? Find out tonight on the Lazy Dogcast.
Dude, my calf's hella jacked. What'd you do? I popped it playing slow pitch softball. They think it might be completely torn, partially torn, or just pulled. Ooh. I think it's pulled because it's just so swollen that they can't tell that it come back in 2 weeks.
When you moved, did it feel like somebody strummed it like a guitar?
No, I was on a dead sprint and it felt like someone shot me in the calf and I heard it pop. And the first thing I did was grab my Achilles. Because like that's my Achilles. Mm-hmm. My Achilles is there. Yeah. I was like, oh, I could walk this off, and then it was excruciating pain. Mm-hmm. But I've stayed off it. Like I've had a scooter since Tuesday, and now it's Friday.
Thing you put your knee on?
Yeah. And I haul ass on that thing.
Yeah.
But like literally 3 days of not using it. Yeah. I'm like walking pretty good because I literally was not putting any weight on it 2 days ago. So I think it's just a pull.
I will say when I hurt my ACL, it was like right when it happened, it was like death.
Yes.
But a few days later, it was no pain almost at all.
Oh, see.
I'll be straight with you. Like,
well, they said like this might need surgery. Yeah. You know what? Hey, you know what's funny, bro? I didn't go to the doctor because I work with a lot of doctors. I was like, I'll just ask this doctor.
Sure.
She walked me down the hospital to the PT department, and the PT lady, I had my scrub pants on, obviously. I had this thing wrapped underneath. My other leg wasn't. She grabbed my leg that wasn't hurt, and she was like, "Oh yeah. Your calf is massive. It's super swollen." And I was like, actually, ma'am, that's just my calf.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, that's God given right there.
Oh, my.
And she was like, wow, really? And then she grabbed my other calf. And it was like literally, I was wearing skinny jeans from my knee down because it was so swollen. And she's like, holy cow. Yeah. She's like, I mean, you might have done these 3 things, but it's not even worth going to a doctor for because they're going to tell you come back in 2 weeks when the swelling's gone.
For sure.
So she's like, if you still can't run in 2 weeks, if you can't like walk around, go to a doctor because you probably need surgery. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah.
Perks of the job.
Yeah, because I remember a pickup game a few years back and I got like a rebound and I went to like, go down the court and push off. And it was just like, it felt like somebody just floom on my calf like real fast. I instantly was like, oh. And so that's why I was asking you that. And
that's probably like a strain, I guess. I've played sports my whole life, all the way through college. Never pulled anything. Strained a few things here and there. This thing popped and it was loud and it hurt really bad. I was like, instantly, obviously, like I died. I'm gonna die on this. But it's like if it's just a pulled muscle, then it's my first pulled muscle ever, and it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Are we into it? Was that a cold intro right there?
I'd say that was.
Are we gonna leave it in?
I'd say it was a lukewarm intro.
Lukewarm. Leave it in. EP 13.
Room temp.
Why not?
Why not?
We started 2 minutes ago.
Try something new, dude. Yeah. Well, before we get into it, I have a couple things, Dave.
Hit it.
We talked about how I have 2 trash cans in a recent episode. Was it last episode?
I don't know.
Last episode.
So many episodes.
In a recent episode,
let me keep track.
Hayner tried to trash can shame me because I have 2 trash cans. And he only has 1 trash can, and every once in a while he lugs this yellow 55-gallon drum out that his wife bakes cookies for the guys, so she picks them up every day, whatever. And I said, I bet I pay less than he does, even though I have 2 trash cans. Mm-hmm. So now, first things first, we're here to settle that score. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is your quarterly payment?
I'm glad you said quarterly.
Yeah, well, that's standard operations.
So my quarterly payment is $45.
All right. Well, good news, bad news is you do pay less than me.
I do?
You do.
Okay.
You pay less than me by 75 cents. I pay $45.75 a quarter.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
For 2 trash cans.
For 2 trashies.
Dang. So 75 cents more.
It's, just
That's a lot of bang for your buck there.
That
it's
is.
a lot of bang
A
for
lot
your
of bang
buck.
for your
Yeah.
But don't tell them that I said that.
3/4 of your buck.
Yeah.
I know you're going to tell your wife, and your wife's going to tell you, or she's going to call down. Don't you dare say, my neighbor told me. This is an original idea, because I had to negotiate my own rate, dude.
Yeah.
You be a man, negotiate your own right. Hey, I think it's worth another cent. Like, what's another 25 cents? Maybe, hey, tell them, like, I'll pay $25 for the drop-off fee. And then just, what's it matter? You guys already here.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah. Well, it makes me feel better, because I thought you were going to come in and be like, I paid $12 a year.
I did
trash
did
service.
pay $28.
No, it cost me more to process this payment than it actually is that I paid for it.
But what is, I mean, but won't they? I mean, what's the benefit of having 2 trash cans?
I got hella
mean,
trash, dude.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I could fill 2 trash cans in
What are you
3
talking
days.
about, dude?
But don't they fit? Don't they take yours, your Tupperware thing, also?
Yeah, for
Okay.
free. Yeah, they'll pick it up, but it doesn't have wheels on it.
It doesn't have wheels.
That's
You gotta
true.
drag it.
That's true.
He also
Yeah.
bribes them with like beer and cookies and everything else.
Hey, man, I got my boys props out there. They're working
That's-
hard.
That's I'm just saying,
You know?
add that to your bill, bro. That's money you're paying that I'm not.
You know, we have elitists over here that maybe think that I appreciate our men and women in the trash
Yeah,
industry.
your team tip everyone. I'm team. You didn't deserve the tip, I guess.
No, they deserve it. That's a tough job. Hey, let me ask you guys a quick question. What percentage of items that you have or purchase like monthly? I'm trying with the best like framework of this question. But what's the highest percentage of stuff that you purchase from Amazon? Because
Sure.
so like on a monthly basis.
Yeah. What
right?
percentage of stuff? Like not
Because
food.
you got food,
not food.
but even food.
This
I'll
is
I'll
an
buy like
easy one.
protein bars and stuff like off Amazon.
I'm gonna piss in your
sugars.
churros right here. 0. It's
Hold on.
not. Do I think I'm better than you? No.
No, because you're not, because you don't order anything out of Amazon.
Do I
So that
do
already
I
answered the
think you're more
question.
mentally weak that you have to buy things online that I don't need to have to? No, not at all. No, we got rid of Amazon Prime like a year ago. We don't Amazon anything.
Why?
I mean, we do like I was like once in a blue moon. Like Tree's like, hey, I seen this thing. Let's go get it. You know, I'm like, all right, that's fine. But I would say this year we've bought 5 things from Amazon as a household.
But is that a political move? Is that a?
I see where you're going with this. No,
I mean, are you
it's just
making
that
a statement with this?
No,
stance,
not at
or
all.
What are we doing here?
we do have family members that have done that. I'm sure all you guys know people that are like, oh, I'm sick of
Sure.
this.
Yeah, I work with.
No,
several
this
guys.
was just a purely. My wife and I were like, we spend too much money on Amazon.
Okay.
And Amazon Prime. I'm a show guy. I was watching Amazon Prime. There's certain shows you can only get there, but all the other stuff that I want to watch, you have to like rent or buy anyway. So I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I paying for Prime and Prime shipping when I can't even watch the stuff? Like, it's not like a Netflix where you buy it and you get it. So we just cut bait. And I'm not joking. We've probably bought 5 or 6 things from Amazon this year. We just don't use it. Now I have like sent a couple things to my brother-in-law because he's got Amazon Prime. Like, yo, buy this for me. I'll pay you. So I guess maybe overall in total,
so you
it's
don't-
10.
You don't even have an account or anything.
0.
Wow.
Got nothing. Like if I want to buy something, I pay full shipping, full everything all the time.
Whoa.
Yeah. We just don't use Amazon.
Okay.
It's nice. It helped the budget. It was a healthy little budget, increase. You can't fathom that.
No, I
dude.
can't. Man, my mind's blown.
What are you buying on Amazon?
Like everything.
Like what?
Like I bought the most random stuff.
Hey, that's the problem.
But no,
It's all
not
random,
stuff I
bro.
don't need. It's all stuff I need. But
Yeah,
I don't
but can
have
you
time
do
to go to the store
without?
to
Can you
get
do
it.
without though?
No, I couldn't live without it.
Like what? Tell me.
So my garden hose the other day, I noticed it like spraying water everywhere or whatever. So the seal inside of it broke, the rubber seal.
Yeah.
I go on Amazon. I got a pack of 10 for like $2.
A pack of 10 garden hoses?
garden hose seals,
Oh.
and they came 2 days later. And I didn't have to go to Ace or Home Depot or anywhere and walk around.
Yeah,
and
but you
ask
can
a
just
guy.
also just stop in and grab one while you're on your
But
way
I
home.
don't have that time.
You don't have time for that?
No.
I find that very hard to believe.
Dave.
A 7-minute trip to
Dave,
Lowe's
if-
in and out?
Okay, Dave, let me ask you this. if you could take out, no, it's not 7 minutes.
No, I'm not saying it's crucial. I'm not saying it's critical time. I'm saying you have the time.
No, I'm
You
saying
just don't want to spend that time.
Sure. If I
You got the
take
time.
the time to do that, but of the time I have to do like any free time or leisure activities, I don't want to spend it being in Lowe's. So to me, that's going online and looking for something. I need hangers, like the most random stuff. The headphones I have on my head right now are from Amazon. I don't want to go.
That's different.
I don't want to go in a store to do anything.
I'm not going. The Radio
I'm
Shack
going
doesn't even
online.
exist anymore, dude.
Yeah, I'm laying in bed. What? It's not stuff I don't need. It's stuff that I need. I'm going online. I'm looking. What do I need? I need this. Okay, cool. Boom. It's at my house in 2 days.
Yeah, but I'm going.
I didn't have to search.
I'm getting it tomorrow.
But you had to go into that may be your personal.
I guess it just doesn't make that big of a deal to me that I
don't
gotta go to
want
the
to
store.
walk into.
I'm a
a
little old
store.
school. I'm a little old soul, dude. I still write letters.
Hey man,
I still write love letters to my wife, dude.
I'm just saying. It's for me. It's not like something. I'm cutting ties with an obsession that's hindered.
Yeah, I don't. I at the end of the day, I don't care.
No, I'm not saying it's
if
happening
everyone
to you.
Amazons and I don't care. I just, to me, we don't Amazon and I don't miss it.
Like say you bought 100 items in a month.
Yeah.
What number of those items or percentage of those items are from Amazon?
That's why we gotta have Dave as our leader over here. No, I would say probably it's got to be like 60 or 70% of like tangible things.
Dog,
That's
dude.
It's all coming.
That's
it's
high.
all coming from the Zon, man.
What else are you getting from Amazon, bro?
Everything, man. We need pool floaties for our kids.
Yeah, one-time purchase. What else?
Life jackets. We got those.
Every month you're saying 60%. What else?
I get my vitamins off Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Men's vitamins.
I get it. Yeah.
I'm
What
going
else?
there. Protein bars.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're cheaper on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've sourced them through the different companies. And
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like my wife is a big Amazon.
I just
Amazon is-
60%
Amazon.
is huge, bro.
No, trust me, I will go out of my way if I can get it on there and it's cheaper. That's the thing. Like
Mhm.
I'm not going on there and being like, okay, this is $80, but I can get it in the store for
And
$30.
it is cheaper most of the time, or
Yes.
maybe not most, but a good percent of the time is cheaper than.
There are
than in
things
the
that are
store.
not economical to buy on there.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
hardware,
Yeah.
like screws, like stuff like
Yes,
that.
agreed.
Screws.
I've looked.
You
man.
for real looked?
Yeah.
Dude, I will
Washers,
never. I'll just go to Home
nuts.
Depot and
Yeah.
just.
I'm
Yeah,
a big
I looked.
like board gamer. Board games are always cheaper at Amazon and significantly cheaper. Like in this, like if you bought it off of if you bought it in the store, for example,
Yeah.
$60 on Amazon, it's $35.
Yeah.
Right. But how often are you buying those games?
I haven't bought a game for a long time. I don't have time to play them anymore.
Even if you were in your prime,
Oh no,
maybe once a month?
Almost all of my games were from Amazon.
All right. But so maybe you were a monthly basis?
Yeah.
Twice a month?
No, not that frequently.
Okay.
Like maybe like 4 times a year, 3-4 times a year.
But to my point, like
Yeah.
60% is a hell.
lot.
That's a lot
That's
of your
high.
budget, dog.
That's high.
I'm
not
trying
saying
to figure
it's bad,
out
but-
what else you're buying on
Well,
there.
but he's saying he would have bought these things anyway. Like
Yeah.
all these things he's saying he would have purchased. He
Yeah.
would have purchased.
These
them.
are all things we need.
just
So
an
do you
Amazon
price?
instead.
You go to the grocery store and you price check, and then you go home, or you have it in your head like this is what Amazon charges, and you go looking like I'm not gonna buy this now. I'm just gonna buy it at Amazon.
Yeah, price check like food on Amazon.
That's
versus-
why. See, I would
Yeah.
even if I had it, I
If
wouldn't
it's
do it.
something
I do that all the time. Not with food, but with like items for sure. I check Amazon
Yeah.
and see. If
I
it's
price
cheaper.
check almost nothing, dude.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, look
like
at some
big-
bunch of money bags over
I
here.
pretty much
He's
price
got-
check nothing,
He's got
dude.
I
2
don't even
trash
look.
cans.
Yeah, dude. If I
Doesn't
can buy
even
it
care.
for
Hey, when I
sorry, if I can buy
Yeah.
it for $4 in the store or
Yeah.
$3.80 in Amazon,
What-
and it comes from China, and I get it in 2 weeks.
yeah.
Sorry that I'm gonna buy it at the store right now.
Yeah, when I go fill up my car and gas and I leave the car on, I just
Yeah.
look off in the distance. I don't even care. What the
Yeah,
number
dude,
is.
because I'm made of money. dude.
He's like, fill it up. Next guy, come on,
No.
come on, bring it
Come
on, here.
on,
I
come
got
on,
you
brother.
too.
But no, I would say kudos to you for you guys if identifying a problem of you having buying just random stuff you don't need or whatever. But no, I use for me it's a tool.
Yeah.
And it's a tool of convenience and a tool of economics. Of,
Yeah.
I would like to. Can we do a grocery cart review? But I want to know, like, I would love to just like look in your
Go
cart,
through
dude.
your Amazon orders. That could be kind of funny.
Go through my Amazon history.
Yeah,
order.
Yeah, for a
exactly,
month.
yeah.
Like, give me a month long.
Yeah, that could
Here's
be
what I
kinda
bought.
fun.
Yeah.
And let me find out it's like
There shouldn't be
4
anything-
millimeter screws. I'm like, damn, this guy wasn't lying, dude.
I'm telling this phone case right
But-
here. I got in this week. off
But pretty,
Amazon.
I'm gonna
12
find
bucks.
it's like a
12
badminton
bucks.
racket. It's
Yeah.
it's like all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy stuff he's never gonna use ever.
That's funny. I bought these shorts off Amazon.
No, if you
Amazon
know,
did have some fire clothes.
if you know anything about me, I'm not a huge spender.
He's not.
No,
You're pretty
I'm-
frugal.
I'm frugal. I'm cheap. So like if I'm buying something, I'm not buying it with the intent of like, I might need this at some point. But no, it's like I need this.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Yeah.
if I'm gonna go as far as to purchase it, I'm gonna find the cheapest option
sure.
to do it.
No, like again, but like to Colin's point, if it is in the store, and I do this a lot, I'll check Amazon. If it is like what you're saying, like $3 cheaper, and Amazon, I'll just buy it in the store. But I've seen things that are $20 cheaper. You know
Yeah,
what I
20
mean?
bucks.
Like,
I'm not gonna trip over a 20 to
and that's,
pick up a dime.
that's what
Like,
I'm saying. Like
yeah.
board games is like a perfect example of that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're
I'm with it.
consistently
But-
$10 or $20 or more cheaper.
to your point, if I'm buying a board game, I am doing some research.
Yes.
I will look around.
100%. Yeah.
I like you got me on board games.
Yeah.
Like you put me on game on different sites. I'll
Yeah.
go check the sites.
Yes.
But just in general, if it's other things, I just won't. I'm just like, it doesn't matter.
Amazon is good for reviews though. Also, that's another good use.
I
of
do
it.
like reviews. I find that I teach my wife things that I feel like everyone does. So like when she messes things up, it bugs me. But like Amazon, we are like we need something, a baby crib or something bigger, like a bigger purchase that you got to put some reviews in.
Mhm.
We've seen different websites. Now we're on Amazon comparing,
Mhm.
and one has like 4.9 stars and one has like 4.7 stars. Well, we had to buy this one because it's a 4.9 out of 5. I'm like, yeah, babe, but that has 17 reviews.
Yes.
Oh, that's the point.
I
That's
was-
important.
And if you look at the
Yep.
reviews,
That's
it's like you can tell they're bots. And she's like, what do you mean they're bots? And then like the 4.7, the one that I'm opting for,
25,000.
it's got
reviews.
25,000 and it's got pictures and videos
Yeah.
and everything. And so it frustrates me.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I get frustrated about is when I will look through reviews and they're like, just got this yesterday. It's the best product ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you know?
Yeah.
I'm not a reviewer.
Yeah.
I'm not a commenter. I'm not a liker. I'm
Yeah.
not a subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe to what I want, but I pretty much never like anything.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible, like, you don't want me as your fan because I'm not really like giving you anything else.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But like, I'm go to the reviews. I'm like, if you're gonna be one of these guys that like wants to like put in the effort for a review,
Yeah.
like you can't like, hey, the box was tight. I unwrapped it and it was
Yeah.
sick. I
Yeah.
plugged it in and it worked great. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
I was gonna say,
Like, no, bro, use it for a month and tell me this thing sucks or it's awesome.
is there anything that you could use in a day and say that this thing is great and,
Yeah, I
and
mean-
have a legitimate?
Just like a one-time use thing,
Claim?
I guess. I don't know,
I
but
don't know, screwdriver.
It's
I don't know, like-
there's not much.
Like it was just,
Yeah.
it was like some stuff is just like it came as described kind of thing. Like it was described
Yeah.
as this is what I got.
I
There's
do
no
like
way
I do like
it
those
could
that
be
are like
bad.
that are like I do like the ones that are like, hey, it came as described. Some of you might think this is a full size da 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 da.
Mm,
Just so you know, this is the size of my hand, and this is what I needed.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
Yeah.
Because there's been times like Teresa will buy something, and it comes and it's like an outfit for a doll. Because she didn't read the description that it's like 7 inches by 4
dude,
inches.
my wife does the same thing.
And she thought it was like a t-shirt for her kid. I'm like, well, no wonder it
Yeah.
was $1 a shirt instead of $6.
What a deal.
Yeah, like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like, yeah, no, duh,
Yeah.
bro.
Or it's like really big. That's usually what happens. She's like, I didn't realize it was that big. Like it says all of this stuff.
yeah.
How big it is. Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
That's funny. Well, the moral of the story is don't be like Colin. If you like what we're doing, smash the like button.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I'm a bad follower.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Also, if Amazon wants to sponsor our show, just,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Jeff,
we'll get
let
we'll
us
get
know.
Colin back in the
Bezos.
game. We'll get Colin back in the game if we get an Amazon sponsorship. I'll personally walk him through it, give him tutorials, TED Talks, whatever I need to do.
I'll do all of it.
I'll walk him
If
through
Amazon is down, dude, I'll do
Yeah.
all of
I was
it.
gonna say if Amazon sponsors us, I'm sure Colin is like, yep,
Yeah.
I'm signed up.
I'll wear Amazon apparel, dog.
It's-
I will have Chelsea Cricket all my shirts with Amazon on it.
It's funny because you don't hear too many people like badmouth Amazon, and like we live in an era of of like, the evil billionaires, like Musk gets a lot of hate, whatever, but it's like Bezos, they're like,
Kind of mums the word.
Yeah, Bezos. we're like,
Amazon.
yeah, we don't. They're like, yeah, Bezos, but also, bro, like I bought a T-shirt and they were like, hey, just keep it and we'll send you a new one. And they're like, that was pretty convenient.
He went from sending books to sending me same day hot dogs. Like, I'll let him slide.
yeah. I was like,
who cares if his mega yacht's ruining our ozone? Who cares?
I don't think Bezos can do no wrong because he's made all of our lives so convenient.
True.
That we're like, all right, Musk is doing whatever Musk is doing, and upsetting whoever he's upsetting. But we're like, hey, Bezos, my guy, like I need that in 2 days, so I got you, bro.
Yeah, that's love.
Speaking of love,
there we go.
The movie this week is Crazy Stupid Love.
Before we get into that, I got one more.
I don't know. We're in 30 minutes though.
Bro.
We're at 30 minutes.
Save that for episode 14.
You guys are whack, dog.
Next
I've been holding this one in the chamber.
Keep the audience suspended, man.
No, I'm gonna say it right now. I don't even care.
All right, here we go.
Do you guys?
You're welcome, Blake.
Do you guys?
you ain't gotta wait for next week.
That's the best call. Oh, dude, you're welcome, Blake. That one got me. Do you guys text your wife notes that she doesn't need to know, but they're like for work or for a project you're working on?
My wife does that.
Like basically texting yourself.
Yes.
But just like she's like this a safe outlet.
Right. Exactly. Like I literally text Teresa like Ellenwood County text Rachel this, Rachel this and that. And she's like, it's to the point now where my wife doesn't even respond. She doesn't do. Yeah. She used to give me like the question mark. I'm like, it's for work, or like I'll send like I'm working on a project like 45 by 16 by 9. Mm-hmm. And she's. Yeah. And she just knows like this is the standard protocol now.
I understand what you're doing there, but there's also like 2 different options I could present you with.
What?
You can text it to yourself, but you have to type in your own number.
Yeah, I got type it in. That's way longer than finding my wife on the pinned. Yes, okay, checkmate. What else?
I'll give you that. Or you just use notes.
Notes is also 2 extra more clicks than it is to text my wife. I've done the math.
There's also a quick note feature. You can hit quick note.
Where's quick note at?
You can put it on your dashboard and do a quick note.
But then it's in all my notes scattered.
Well, I mean,
it goes into my notebook file, but it's like scattered.
Well, it'll be in date chronological order, just like all.
Yeah, but I have a very structured notes section. Like I take a lot of notes in my notes section for work and for coaching and everything.
Okay.
So my notes section is very structured, so I don't want to clutter it with just random things on top of it that I now have to go back in and delete. Whereas if I click messages, Teresa, type, it's send, it's there forever because I'd never delete my text. And I'm going to use it pretty soon. So I just got to like swipe up a couple times. It's there. Good.
Yeah.
I would say if that works for you, man, power to you.
But you guys don't do that?
My wife does that to me.
Your wife? So I was going to say, I'm not crazy. Like other people do this.
I'll get a random text of, what you just said. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's her taking notes.
I do that at work. To myself at work.
Yeah.
But do you have yourself pinned in your favorites?
I like I have my colleague that I work with in the same office. Like I'll do that. Like if I need somebody's username or somebody's ID,
you text him.
Yeah, and like we just know like if there's no context because he's right there. Like if I wanted to tell you, I would just like tell you.
If something happens, yeah.
So I've done that. I've done that before for sure.
Right.
I just haven't done it with. I never even considered doing it with my wife. I use notes.
I do it so much. It might be 20. 20 is a lot. 15% of our text thread is me texting her shit I need to remember.
So if you guys ever like, if the feds or something ever does like an investigation, you're like, man, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Like either goes from like, hey babe, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
William Newton Hospital, also Osborne County. Text Rachel, text Sarah, text.
They got the best and brightest like doing like in ciphers.
Like, well, how do you break this code, dude? All right. Well, that's I wanted to get that off my chest. So thanks Blake for holding on for that.
Yeah.
Now let's get to Crazy Stupid Love.
Blake, go ahead and comment if you do that or not. We'll see.
Crazy Stupid Love. Got any information about this one?
So this came out in 2010. The comedies are harder to have like fun facts and different things. Like obviously this one didn't win like an Academy Award or anything like that. But they had 2 directors that were on there.
2 directors.
Yeah,
how does that work?
Is that common?
2 directors. Yeah. a lot of times it's brothers. There'll be brothers that
I can see
will
that.
co-direct stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, these are two directors. They're not brothers. But yeah, they've done like Being John Malkovich and stuff. Of our movie reviews and stuff, one of the fun things for me is like going back and seeing like, okay, this guy directed this, and this. You can kind of see a pattern. Almost seemed like this was like their best work because the other stuff I was like,
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
What's their other stuff? What's their names and what's their other stuff?
Glenn Ficora and John Ricca. Glenn and John will be
Glenn and
last
John.
names
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Glenn and John.
LG and J. But no, so directors didn't have a lot of other bang. Like I would say to me, this is their best one.
This is a banger. Can we all agree this is a banger? You didn't like it?
Dave,
You didn't
don't
like
do
it?
Don't do it, Dave.
This, out of all the movies that you recommended, Colin, this is the best one.
Yeah.
I
Let's
really
go.
enjoy. I've
Let's
seen
go.
it before, but it's been a while. Probably when it came out in 2010.
Yeah.
So it's been like 15 years since I've seen it.
Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone.
Dude, Ryan Gosling, A+ performance.
Yes.
Emma Stone, A+ performance.
A+. Like
Yes.
she was great. And they've been in three.
Steve Carell's wife sucks, dude.
Yeah.
She sucks. We can all agree.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon's
David-
in this movie.
David Lindhagen
David
can get punched
Lindhagen.
in the face 8 more.
Can
I
get it.
like me some Kevin Bacon, but
Yeah.
David Lindhagen can get shoved.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would
Freckle face boy, tight.
Good act. The acting is
It was
amazing.
the,
good.
Across
the
the
kid
board.
was creepy,
Fantastic.
man. They made him creepy and strange and
I think
weird.
it's tight, bro.
It's great. The circle that comes like full circle.
Yes.
You think it's two separate stories, but then they
Yeah.
merge together.
So they actually
Yeah.
kept the interwoven dynamics between all the characters a secret from the cast members themselves.
oh.
So they read the script.
That's not possible. I feel
It's true.
like. How
It's
does
true.
that?
So
How do
many,
you do that?
Many of the cast members, I don't know. But this is what I was reading. That many of the cast members didn't even know that everybody was connected or whatever. There was a lot of it until the very end when they're shooting the final scenes and stuff that they didn't even know.
Wow.
Which to me,
would make some good theater.
yeah.
I was trying to think. I'm like, I mean, these are professional actors.
can't,
whether
bro.
they
They
know
do
or
like
don't.
table reads
What
and
does it
stuff.
matter? I know. I was thinking to me.
I
like,
think that's. I'm calling bullshit. on
yeah, I read that too, and I'm like, why would that matter? This is a professional actor.
It is a tight
it's
story,
not like he
but-
finds out the day before
Yeah.
shooting.
What?
Whoa,
Yeah.
his performance is so much better. It's
Yeah.
like, no, these are professionals. Like,
Also, like Ryan Gosling's like, you're David Lindhagen. That's the second take because the first
Yeah.
time he's like Kevin Bacon.
yeah,
What?
Kevin Bacon, what are you doing here?
Why are you here?
No, that's because her name is Hannah. Because they talk about Nana.
Yeah.
They talk about Nana multiple
Nana,
times. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you talk to Nana, and you think it's grandma.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what everyone would think when they say Nana. I think it's grandma, but it's like, oh, you're
You're
Nana.
Yeah.
You're
they couldn't
Nana.
say Hannah. Like, oh,
I was as
and they see each other for the first time. Like Steve Carell's character and Ryan Gosling see each other. Like, what are you doing here?
So-
and he's like, and it just dawns on them, and they're just like, no.
so. This
Not
is
gonna
my
happen.
hang up. Like the movie building up to it was great, right? You get like in little pieces of this.
I'm
is,
ready to fight to the death on this movie, dude.
Oh.
So let's go.
I will, but I do have one thing that I think.
Yeah, let's battle.
Let's do it. But no, like weaving up to it, and that's the scene where everybody comes together
Yeah.
In the
collision
barbecue, yeah,
in the backyard
right.
is incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. It's
Yes.
funny. It's hilarious. Like all the dudes like headlocking each other and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But I feel like going from that where I'm like, this is the climax
Mhm.
of this film right
Yeah.
here, to the 8th grade graduation
Uh-huh.
was a little bit of a letdown for me.
You
'Cause
know,
it was like we're here, and I just feel like there could have been something better than that.
I don't have a problem with it.
I do see what you're saying. I was ready to die on a hill, but at that point, granted I had already seen the movie. Like this is
Yeah.
probably like my 4th or 5th time seeing the movie, but I was just like, yeah, we get it. Like,
Yeah,
this is the bow on the movie.
sure, sure.
She's gonna give her nudies to the
First
boy.
of all,
He's gonna
that's
get
not
back
okay.
with his wife.
That's not okay.
I 100%
Not
watched that
okay
and was
at
thinking,
all.
I'm waiting for Dave.
It is
on
not
this.
okay for you're a 17-year-old.
She's
you're
a
gonna give
senior in
your
high school.
You give nudes to a 13-year-old or something like that.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh,
That's
he's
not okay.
He's weird and strange.
That is
It's
not
funny.
okay. Not okay.
Bro, we have 6-year-olds singing Pink Pony Club right now. That's not a like. It's that.
That is
it-
way different because they
Not
have
the
no
same thing. They
idea
have no
what
idea
that
what
even means.
They have no idea what that means.
They don't have.
Most
If
people
I
don't
had
know
my
what that means.
10-year-old watch the movie, he wouldn't understand what the photos were.
No, I agree. I
But
agree. In the movie,
I say
within the
movie, yeah,
universe.
obviously, yes.
not
I'm just
okay
saying.
for a
I'm
17-year-old
saying,
to
but
get
like
her-
Hollywood's been doing this for years.
Sure.
California production studios, music, it's all been doing.
I'm
Like,
Of course.
I'm with
obviously, it's
Dave.
not. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
anti that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's not egregious because they've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's not. of course, yeah. There's worse things in movies. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that. I'm just thinking that's not like it kind of makes it like, oh, she's so nice and she's so like, no, that's not okay.
that's
It's
borderline.
not okay.
Are we?
I
yeah.
would. I mean, who knows if she's 17 or 18? It's illegal.
Did you guys have any scenes where you just guttural laughed? Like,
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was hilarious. Ryan Gosling was fantastic.
He's great. I like.
Fantastic. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good at everything.
I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan.
me too.
I'm a big fan of the Asian friend.
Yeah,
of Hannah.
she's
Yeah.
great. This is one part I meant to research, but I didn't. Was her boyfriend in that movie Josh Groban? I know you know who that is.
I've
I
heard
don't
the
know-
name.
I don't know who
can't
Josh
think of it
Groban
online.
is.
The guy who sings like all the I don't know theatrical songs and
I don't know.
Let me look his face up. Crazy Stupid Love. Yep, it's him.
bang.
Nice.
I knew it. I'm
Yep.
good with this. Hey,
Nice.
That was good.
there's a few things
What
I'm good
a-
at in life.
What a loser that guy was.
Yeah,
Huh?
he was.
Hannah Banana.
Okay, so
And a banana.
Hey, he offered her a
spot in the
spot
firm,
the
dude.
firm.
okay, so my thing about this movie
Oh, I
That-
got a couple. of
that
things,
that
too.
bothers me.
Let me hear him,
Is
dude.
it's not the movie's still great, but this is a thing that I see commonly in movies. You said it earlier. His wife is the villain. She's the villain.
She's terrible.
She broke up the marriage. Period. That's it. No end of sentence.
She
That's
cheated
it.
on him.
Whenever in these movies, it's a very common thing when the woman cheats. It is always like framed in such a way that it's not her fault. Because like, remember when they meet at the parent teacher conferences,
yeah.
Steve Carell's like, you know what, you cheated, but like, and I'm mad at you, but I stopped trying. I wasn't. No, stop. She cheated on you. Period.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it's never the other way. When when
Yeah.
the man cheats, it's always like he's a scumbag, right? And like and again, even then, like he sleeps with the girl that ends up being the teacher, right? And then he is the villain. Like everybody's like, oh, she gets mad at him, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, stop,
Yeah.
no, stop. You are the villain.
And the,
Well,
You're the villain.
their
but
friends-
it's for the movie, right? Because like if it was in real life, Steve Carell would be like, actually, what really happened is, and he would just like announce the entire story to everyone.
Well,
But that's not good for the movie.
That's what I'm saying. When the woman cheats, they
Yeah.
always like put it back in this whole like it's not her fault really.
it-
They always
even-
like
Right.
they always soften it and make it
To-
seem
to
like she's
Dave's
not
point-
not the problem.
to Dave's point.
And I feel like that's a common thing, and it happened in this too. The thing with the Hannah Banana or whatever. She thought he was going to propose, he didn't. Okay, and then she storms off like he did her some kind of like terrible
Ingest.
disservice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. Remember 2 seconds ago, she wasn't sure if she was going to marry him.
Yeah.
Right.
But now she has the audacity to like when he's like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. to
Also,
act all
she drank
offended.
like 2 other people's drinks, dude. Not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So
Not cool.
And to your point, like his friend group was like, "Hey, we have to choose your
Yeah.
wife over you."
yeah.
And we heard you're hooking up with younger women and stuff. And it's like, well, you guys just completely like
Yeah,
went
hold
over
on.
the fact that she cheated on him with a guy from her work.
First, right?
Yeah.
That broke up the marriage.
Yeah.
Anything that happened after that, like, is it good? No, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not even
Bro,
on the
what
same,
a terrible friend that guy was, huh?
Oh, horrible! Like they didn't even stick up for him
Very
to be like, "Hey, you're glomming on some facts that happened after they were separated." And not
No,
even
dude, just in
Yeah.
general, like,
Yeah.
my boy's my boy.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna bring our
And he-
family
and
over
he
to his
didn't-
apartment anymore. But
And she said,
you're
"We
not
can't
gonna
be friends."
you're not gonna tell me I can't be friends
And
with
that was
him.
before he even did anything. That was before he was
Yes.
even the lady.
That's back when he was in the New Balance 378,
Exactly.
bro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But again, who ends up apologizing to who?
Yeah.
He's the one that makes this big grand speech and say, I never stopped loving you.
and he's
all
still
this
making
stuff.
the effort.
Yeah. Hey, what does she do? Nothing. She is the one that broke up the
Well,
bill.
hey,
broke up
time
the
out,
thing.
time out.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think that there's like a little like a tiff happens in your household between
Mhm.
you and your wife?
Mm.
You know, she's like anywhere from 60 to 100% at 60 to 85%, 90% at fault. But you still initiate the conversation by apologizing for a certain part of what happened. That way you can initiate the whole talk track.
Discussion?
You guys never do. I do that.
I should do that. I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, I do, dude.
I
No.
don't do that. No.
Because my wife, I apologize. Like we've talked about, I'm a big apologizer.
Yeah.
My wife is not.
Mm-hmm.
Her father is like, it's very clear that the lineage of.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, hey, I shouldn't have talked to you like this. I shouldn't have done this, but I was upset because of X, Y, Z.
Mm-hmm.
And then it opens the door
Sure.
for conversations.
That's great, man.
I think I have no problem with that.
But so, like I will say, like I agree with you 100%. Like this is not your fault, bro. Your wife cheated on you.
Yes.
But
Why?
like I would say we've all done. I guess we haven't all done it, but like I have done it. Like
Sure.
I know this is not my fault. I know
Yes.
however, I'm just gonna apologize for my tone of voice
No.
or something to just get the ball rolling,
100%.
and then we can get there.
No.
That way,
You're right. That is a great strategy, and I'm not. But that's also like a small marriage tiff. Not I slept with my coworker.
correct.
Okay, so like that's a different.
I wouldn't be
that's a
like,
different level.
I'm sorry I didn't work out more.
Yeah.
So you thought I was hotter or
100.
whatever.
Those aren't. You know what I mean? Like I see what you're saying. That's a great
No,
strategy.
you're
And
right.
you're making
This
a
is
bigger
way
person.
different. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
But
I have apologized when I thought I don't
no.
need to apologize.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is not the only movie that does that. I feel like when it, like, again, I guess the main crux is that in these movies, when a man cheats, he's a scumbag, period. They never try to like make it, oh, here's the reasons he cheated. Oh, this is like, oh, she was like neglecting him or this and that.
Yeah.
Never. It's always he cheated, he's a scumbag, period. That's
Yeah.
it. End of story. She's the victim. And then in this, when she cheats, the whole movie is softening in that and making her be like, because she's like, he's talking to her on the phone and she sees her crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, it's like, you did this, hun. You did all of this. Like
Yeah.
you have no right. You are not a victim at all in any way. He is the victim. But then again, he is the one that has to go apologize. He has to make it better. He has to make it
He has
right.
to go live in an apartment.
Yes.
I also don't understand that, dude. I don't get that.
That's the law in a lot of places. Whoever files for divorce, the other person has to leave.
But they hadn't filed. They were just separated.
Yeah, but he was so devastated. He's like, I'm leaving.
That's like the first couple
I
minutes
don't
of the
know.
movie. She's
He
like,
jumps
I
out the
want a
car.
divorce.
I do
Yeah.
remember.
It does.
I
That's
guess.
funny.
I guess like I've never slept on the couch. I never will.
Yeah,
No matter how bad things are.
yeah.
But like I do remember like working with a coworker back when I was like more immature. But I do stand by it. But it has never gotten to that point. It's like, yeah, just wait till you're on the couch. And I remember saying like, bro, I pay for this bed. I pay for this house. Like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even if we're both working,
Mhm.
it's my bed too. You ain't kicking me out of my bed.
Yeah,
Like if you're pissed, you can go. If you're that mad, you can leave.
I would.
But I'm gonna sleep in my bed.
I 1,000,000,000,000% agree with you.
I'm saying like if my wife cheated on me, like I'm extremely upset. You need to leave now.
The thing is that actually real? The whole couch thing, because that's like a sitcom trope.
I was gonna say,
right? Is that actually a real thing?
no.
Because I don't know if that's
Hey,
true.
we should all ask our dads.
Yeah, because that
You
is
have back problems.
that's a
90s couch you were
trope
on?
in all these sitcoms and movies and stuff. You know, you can sleep on the couch tonight or whatever. Like, and I thought the same thing you thought. I'm like, hold on a second.
I'm never.
Like,
sleeping on the
I'm not
couch.
sleeping on the couch. If we have beef, like either we can like sleep on it and work on it the next day, or I mean, this is not ever come to the facts in like my relationship. But I'm saying I'm thinking the same thing with you. I'm like fantasizing like, what was I doing?
If it's really that bad,
situation?
you can go.
Exactly. If you can't sleep in the same bed as me, then
And I also
Right.
think on the
Oh.
flip side of that, if you told your wife or a woman in general, like, hey, you're not sleeping in this bed, go sleep on the floor, go sleep on the couch somewhere, you would be deemed as a monster.
100.
You're like, this guy
Absolutely.
is a demon.
Yep.
Yeah. What were your guys' top 3 funniest parts? Because the parts that made me like guttural laugh, like when he hands him his New Balances, he's like, hey, are you Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
Are you in a
just-
frat? Are you in
yeah.
a fraternity?
Yeah.
And he just takes his sneakers and throws them off the rail. That's funny to me. When he passed out in the sauna.
Yeah, on the Schwanza.
On the
Yeah.
Schwanz.
That's
Yeah.
that was
part-
good. That was good.
That was hilarious.
That's funny.
just in general, his banter with
dude,
him.
dude.
Like, I
Ryan
love that-
Gosling is
I love
a great
that.
actor.
I love
him.
the relationship dynamic change
Yes.
too, where
Yes.
it's like he is the dominator,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Hey, bro, like I'm trying to help you out," and then it turns into I'm dating your daughter, and he's just like, now
Well,
he is on the other
but
side of that.
That's
The
what I
movie
think.
made you feel good because he's schooling him on all this game,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turns to like, buddy, I've never felt this way before.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I
Sure.
got to meet her
And
family.
he's calling him
help
for
me
advice.
out.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
so he becomes endearing.
Yes,
Like-
the student becomes a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
but even less, it's just like we've all known you've gone from looking
Yeah.
at pretty girl, whether you sleep with them or not, or this or that. It's like we've all been
Yeah.
young ones and all looked at pretty girls, and now we're all married. It's like we know what it takes to do both,
Yeah.
whether you did it or not. It's very endearing of a character, and like to be able to allow for the character shift.
I'll throw out my other one where I just guttural laugh was when he's meeting the teacher and they're in there,
Yeah,
and
it's a
he's
good
like, hold on, and he whispers over to her, he's like, she's an alcoholic.
She's an alcoholic.
That
That's
kills
right.
me
I like.
every time.
I think it's funny when they go back to his apartment. And honestly, it's like funny, and also it's like again, like I don't know, it's kind of adorable, like how like their relationship like kind of like spawns or whatever, and like in his apartment, and she's like, what are your moves? And she's like, I'm not gonna tell you my move.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah,
Yes.
I put on music from Dirty Dancing or whatever it is,
Yeah,
and I do the move, and it works every time. He's like,
Yeah.
she's like, that's the dumbest thing. I'm like,
it wouldn't work on me.
yeah, he's like, yeah, I know it is the dumbest thing every time, but guess what? It's 100% effective.
So other fun fact.
Yeah, and then like
about-
he does it, and she's like, so the bedroom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they just like talk or whatever, and
I
yeah,
do.
I don't know.
I'm
Dude.
glad you brought that up because that's
Yeah.
another fun fact of the movies is they use a body double during that.
Oh, I could tell.
Because Emma Stone had a fear of heights because I guess
Yeah.
when she was younger had fallen and
Mm.
injured herself doing something.
She's got a fear of 7 foot tall.
Yes. Yeah. So
Get that kick rocks.
They had to use a body
dude.
double for it. There was Ryan Gosling who lifted the person.
But I can tell because I get like when they lift her up, I can see that she kind of like flails, and then
Yeah.
it cuts, and she's like doing like a perfect like
Yeah. And a
you
lot
know,
I
of
need to go back
and
to
a
she-
the
lot of
she's,
their
like, locked
banter.
in.
I was hoping you'd be
together.
like, I saw her thighs stop jiggling. Like I think you're gonna start body shaming her.
no, it's like she like is like flailing, and then like it cuts, and then she's like doing like a perfect like
See,
dancer
dude,
move. Yeah.
This is why I don't like Hollywood.
And then it cuts again. And
I'm
she's-
afraid of heights when someone lifts me up. Like, get over it, dude.
How much money are you making for this?
Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, they had such a dynamic relationship because they'd been in like 3 or 4 movies at that point or
Oh, really? I
that
didn't
was
know
like their
that.
second or third
But-
movie. At that point that like the director actually just let them riff like when that
Dude.
that whole like scene.
What's her name? Emma Stone.
Yeah, they're letting them riff and they added that into the
Oh.
movie or whatever.
Dude,
Cool.
I was gonna say a lot of her reactions are, in my opinion, extremely genuine.
Yeah.
Like, just certain things. I don't know. It also calls me back because there was several times when I was dating Teresa that we would just literally sit in the froyo or our car or whatever, like, and we would just be talking for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you forget. It brought me. I think that maybe oddly brings me back to like why I like it so much because it just reminds me of me dating my wife, like for real,
Yeah.
trying to court her and
Mhm.
show her how awesome I am
Yeah.
and why I'm worthy, and also having fun with her.
Yeah.
Like dating your wife is great. I feel
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
even like we went on a date tonight. I'm drinking a couple beers still. We had a little date night, had a couple beers. I just love dating my wife, and Crazy Stupid Love just kind of reminds me like how fun it is to date, like young dating.
Mhm.
Also continue to date. Don't cheat on anybody.
That was the
That's the moral of the story.
That was the premise of the film. They
Yeah.
go through young love, they go through old love, they go through
Oh, that's true.
love that non-existent love.
That's true.
It's-
Unreciprocated.
It's yes. There's all different
Unreciprocated,
types of
yeah.
love that they circulate through this whole storyline and
Yeah.
weave in.
I didn't. Did you look that up or what?
Yes. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you I was that. I'm not. I'm very thoughtful. I'm a deep guy. Yeah.
I was gonna
Colin?
say that is impressive.
All right,
'cause-
edit that out, Dave. Yeah, that's how I think, Colin. I mean, I perceive life differently, and
well,
you know.
because I've told Teresa, like, my phases of love that I believe: puppy love, lust, like love,
infatuation. Yeah.
and then real love. And maybe I think that way because I've been through those 3 phases. But like, I've been in puppy love, I've been in lust,
okay.
where I thought it was love. You know, think you love someone for a couple years, but it's really just lust and everything that's going on in the moment of everything.
Sure.
And then there's real love. Actually, this would be a good take for you because you are a high school sweetheart.
Yep.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about this?
So yeah, I had one girlfriend before Chelsea, who's my wife, for 2 months. So yeah, I mean, I really only had
Did you tell her you loved her?
no,
Good.
no,
Then I was going to say, no.
no. She
All
dumped me. She dumped me, guys.
Oh, she dumped you.
She could have done me a bigger favor.
What's her name, dude?
Not bringing it up. Here.
What's her name?
Nope.
USD 259. Look her up. Yearbook
USD.
2006.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
but,
yours
but
is
how
not.
do you feel about you've only dated one woman? Do you still feel like you went through phases?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe
100%.
not in the moment you didn't know, but looking back, or did you know in the moment too?
No, I mean, in the moment, I was 17.
The moment you
Right, you know what I
love
mean?
is love is love.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so yeah, absolutely. Those phases, I think that's just the normal progression of like, first, it could be through multiple relationships or even the same relationship. Even like relationship with one person is probably going to go through those exact steps at some point.
Yeah.
As you're gonna venture into those, like the puppy love is like pretty much everybody goes
Right,
through that at the
right.
beginning, right? And then like the sexual attraction or whatever is hopefully gonna be there as well
Right.
for every relationship. And then like true love, right, is what I believe it is, and I think it's St. Thomas Aquinas would say it's to will the good of the other is what love is. It's an
Yeah.
action. It's not
Right.
a feeling. And that's what people get mixed up on, I think, when it comes to love, is that it's a feeling. That puppy love, that infatuation that you feel at the beginning will fade, period. It will
Right.
fade. And if you think that feeling is what love is, you're going to, that's what people like, that's what happened in this movie, frankly. To me, she was like, I don't feel that same way
Right.
I felt.
What happened to us?
Yeah, no.
You got weak in temptation. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You stopped performing the action of love. We both start performing the action of love, and you went elsewhere.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's a big mistake people make, especially when they're young, is that this feeling that I feel is what love is.
Right.
And to me, it's not. It's not a feeling, right? Obviously, there are good feelings that come along with being in love with somebody, but love to me is an action. It is a verb. It's what you do, and you have to
Unreciprocated.
you have to pursue it. I
agree.
It's not something that's just going to exist, or.
That's well said, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
I'm gonna let you ride on that one, man. You threw a St. Thomas Aquinas out,
St. Thomas
quote out
Aquinas.
there, so
That was
I'm gonna let
funny.
you roll with that.
What was the quote again, Matt? Can you remind us?
Love is to will the good of the
Hey,
other.
clip
It was
that,
something
dude.
good and
Clip
love,
that, dude.
and yeah.
To
I
will
want-
the
I
good
wanna-
of the
You
other.
notice I
wanna-
laid out during that entire thing as Dave was he was being so adequate with it. You know.
Say it again for us, Dave.
St. Thomas. I believe it's St. Thomas Aquinas. I believe.
A doctor of the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Love is to will the good of the other.
To will the good of the other.
Wow.
Can you repeat that for us, Matt?
Our podcast has got very smart.
It got very intellectual.
Yeah.
My rating for this movie, 8,
An 8.
8,
What was Interstellar?
7.
Good. Finally
Fight
beat
Club?
Interstellar.
Fight Club is a 9. Yeah.
Okay.
This movie is good. 8, 8.5 maybe. This is a great movie. This is a great movie.
Thank you.
I loved it. I was entertained the entire time.
I think.
What'd you give it?
This is a 9 for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Give me a 9.
entertained.
Give me a
I'm
9-1.
thoughtful. It hits me in my feels. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you, where it
Yeah.
takes me back to my, when I was dating my wife.
Mhm.
Those feelings.
My wife.
Yeah, this is my wife. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There it is.
Your best one, Colin. For me.
Thank you. Finally,
Great movie.
I catch a banger.
Yes.
Great movie.
Finally,
If we're
I
gonna
can
break
put the
the rules-
Interstellar closet
Yes.
You know what? I've never been a guy for rules, but I just hate Interstellar just outranking all my.
I was gonna say,
stuff,
if you're gonna
bro.
break the rules, I'm gonna allow it on this one because I was upset until I started watching it. I'm like 10 minutes in. I'm like, yes, dude. You gotta, yeah. My just fawns. Yeah.
You know what love can also be, guys? It can also be satisfying, which leads right into our top 5 of the day.
Dave, you're getting good at this. Is this how you make your living now, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm working on my segues.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back with top 5 satisfying things. It should be interesting how this one goes. I don't know. I'm excited to see what you guys have for us this week.
Number
Colin?
5 is a quick one. It's an easy one. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Whether it's on your top 5 or not, you love this. You enjoy it. A great, amazing full body stretch. The old wake up. You get so hard, and your legs start just.
Yeah.
You're like, it's gonna be a good day, bro.
Okay.
And then like, let's get up. Let's hit 8 fingers to toes. Let's get a couple more stretches in, but mostly the full body stretch. That's a banger.
Can I translate this into a non-purposeful stretch of when you are like in a chair? I'll catch myself doing this at work, and somebody said this the other.
Non-purposeful. What do you mean by non-purposeful?
Like you're like, all right, man, I'm gonna stretch my arms here. And you're like, oh, and like a noise comes out of you like a Tarzan almost, right? And I got caught with this the other day where they're like,
but does
hey,
it feel good?
Yeah, it feels great.
So what do you mean by non-purposeful?
Like I'm
don't
not
understand.
meaning to stretch. Like I'm not like I'm not intent in the fact of like, hey, let me hit my morning stretches here. Let
You're
me
just
check this off
stretching.
the list.
Yes, it's not like
Okay.
I'm just.
it's almost.
All right. Yes.
It's almost subconscious. You're not like,
Yeah.
okay,
Bro,
I'm
that-
gonna stand up and stretch right now. You're not doing that.
No.
You're just like your body just does
I'm
it.
like,
You're
hey, I just-
oh, yeah.
noise,
I
the
just hit-
noise has to come with it. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yes.
Almost.
But that noise is like something I didn't even control. Like it just came out
That
of
lets
me.
you know, like, hey, that was a
Yes.
good
That's
one,
real.
dog. Hey, this 1 o'clock meeting's about to be a banger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's when I'm like glued to my computer for like
Yeah.
2 hours, and I'm finally like, all right, man, I gotta
Yeah.
break up here, a little monotony here. And I'm
Nice.
like, hi-yo.
Well, I don't say dumb shit like that, but
Yeah.
I say noises, but not that.
Yeah. That's okay. That's where I will. I'll meet
But
you
I
in the
digress. But I digress.
That's a good
middle.
one.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
I mean, we don't
That's
got
a
to go
quick one.
crazy on
That's a
these,
quick
but I'm
one.
just saying, like,
I
that's
know you're on the
that's a
stretches,
banger.
man. I
Yeah.
love that. I need to
Hit
be
them
better
stretches,
about it.
bro. Hey, hit them stretches, kids. All right. What's
Nice.
your number 5? Who's 5?
I'll
You
go next.
5?
Yeah,
You're
I'll go
5?
next. Mine's also a quick one, but it's peeling off the cellophane or whatever that is on like any new like electronic or device.
Yes.
That always feels great.
Yes.
It's like the little protective coating on the screen.
Bro.
Or the back, or like get a new monitor.
Mhm.
There's like even like the back of it sometimes
Bro.
has it, or the TV. You come all the way across the
Go.
big TV. Whew, that
Yes.
feels great.
Keep going,
I love
dude.
it. I
Keep
love it.
going.
Dave.
I mean, that's a simple one.
How about the people that don't do it? dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Punch them in the mouth.
Yes. I live with one.
Your wife does this?
I live with one, and I've been around people at work that like
She's got the crinkled corner.
get a new keyboard, and I'm like, hey, they're like, hey, can you come look at this or whatever? I'm like, yeah, let me look at this. And I'm looking down their keyboard. They still have that piece around
On
the
the
keys on the edge. I'm like,
Unacceptable.
you got to get
Dude.
that off. I can't help you do anything until you get that off the edge there.
Hold on,
They're like, no, I got to keep this
Time
on
out.
there.
Time out. Your wife does this?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that
What?
that
What
people-
is
I
it?
don't know off the top of my head.
Tell me, dude.
But
tell me.
I specifically remember there was something that I tried to peel off, and
That's insane.
no, you got to keep that on there because it keeps all the debris off this.
And you
I'm just
obviously said, I understand.
like- no, I'm looking at it. I'm like, that is bothering me being there.
Dude, I can't take it.
Yes,
No.
it's
When we
unacceptable.
moved
Yeah.
to our new house, we had the microwave had
Yep.
the deal on it.
Yep.
yeah,
And Teresa was like, we should keep that intact.
yeah.
And I looked at her, I said, excuse me. Excuse me?
Got to come off.
You know who I am. I know who you are. We're both not
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah,
And then we pulled it off, and there was like a little corner.
yeah.
God bless my wife. She went and got tweezers, and she was like picking
Yes.
at it.
For sure.
Dude, you got to get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, like you have to get it off. It's double whammy. Like it can't be on there because it's just not okay for it to be on there. First of all.
Yes.
Yes.
And then also taking it off feels great. That's the
Yeah.
satisfying.
It's
It's a
awesome.
double whammy.
dude.
Like it's really, if you don't take the stuff, the cellophane or whatever it's called, off of your devices or off of anything,
Yeah.
you might need to be deported.
I'm gonna have
Like,
a hell of a
out
time.
of the country.
Hey, where's Ice Hat, dog?
Yeah, call him.
I'm gonna have a hell of a
I
time.
don't care if you're
Googling
fifth
this.
generation, dude. Kick rocks,
Get him
dude.
out of here.
On the
Get back
shorts,
to Iceland where your
Dude,
ancestors are
I'll
from.
send you back to the UK. I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah, dude. Enjoy bad teeth and shitty food,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Because
as you
over here
said-
we peel our cellophane off our electronics.
Like an American.
I had,
America,
I
dude.
had a state of euphoria as you were saying.
Clip that.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm like closing my eyes. I'm like, that feels great.
Yes.
Yeah. There's so many different things. It's mainly electronics,
Most of the time, but
Yeah.
always.
but
always
yeah,
like the
keyboards,
microwave.
mouses,
Yeah.
all of the microwaves,
Yeah.
TVs, all of them, man.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you want to keep it on, I'm questioning your
No.
look on life.
Lose my
man.
number,
What are
dude.
we-
If you don't want to take it off, lose my number, dude. I'm not answering
are
any
we
calls or
doing?
texts.
Yeah.
Next,
Who it is?
dude. Next.
That's a great one.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I've
Yeah.
never thought about that, but
Yeah.
you were
Feels
100%
great.
right. Yeah.
That's my number 5.
If that's your 5, your list might be all time, dude. Hey, right now you're 1 for 1, cousin.
Dave's over here cooking. You got the crock pot plugged in.
I think you guys are gonna like the rest of mine less than that one. frankly. So we'll see.
Maybe you should.
Okay, so my number 5 is satisfying things is I like to make people laugh. And if I can work in anything where I can get like a big laugh out of somebody right now, just like a ha, that was silly. But if I can show something where I get like a genuine laugh out of somebody, like I think I threw one at you the other day in the driveway, that got you. My favorite is if I can catch my wife off guard and I can make her laugh, like that makes my day.
For sure.
I'm okay
it's
with
harder
this.
to do as you get married.
I'm okay with this. I will
The
tell you
longer
this,
you're
dude.
married.
Big Sleeper
Yeah.
thinks you are hilarious.
Okay. See, that makes
She like on group text, like when all our wives and all of us are together, she's like, and you're like, hey, bottom left corner, this and that. She's like, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
If I make that joke, she's like, come
Yeah.
on, really? But she thinks you are Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dude.
But see, like that to me.
So just come on over and she'll laugh at you all the
I
time
don't
and
know
you'll
what
feel
the
great.
I don't know what the drivers are behind that, and it's not like random people, like people I don't know or whatever. But as people I know, my family, friends, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
If I can get them to get like a genuine
100%.
laugh,
Absolutely.
it makes me feel great.
I love it. I
Yes,
love it.
that's a
dude.
great
Holding
one.
court. I call it holding court.
Yeah,
Like,
it
there's
makes
like-
me feel great. It's beyond
Yeah.
like me like coming to tell you like, hey man, I got a promotion.
But
at
you're
work, or-
a pop shot
or-
guy.
Yeah.
You're a pop shot guy.
yeah. And I'll come in. I'm not a long winded.
I'm a story guy.
Yeah, I'm not long winded. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
in quick off the top corner.
yes.
I'm gonna hit you with something
I
crazy.
will say-
probably.
That is where you're the best at. I feel like
Yeah.
like your one-liners, zingers, pop
Yes.
shots. You are better than that at that than anything else. Not that the rest of you is boring, but that is where you shine, brother.
Yeah, but that to me will trump anything satisfaction wise. If I can come in, make my friend laugh out
Go
of
ahead.
nowhere,
Go ahead then.
more so than anything else of
Yeah.
me being like, hey, did you hear about how I did this or that? It's like, I don't care about that. Or like, hey, compliment. No, it's like, if I can make you
Dude.
laugh or something, that gives me the
I'll-
best feeling.
I'll go so far as to say you're the best person I've ever met at the one-liners.
Yeah,
they're
you're-
bar
yeah.
none, bar none. Like
They're not dad jokes. They're
no,
just
not dad jokes,
just yeah.
and they're completely like it's not even something I'd ever think about. Never even like I've never even like who thinks of like saying the girl in the bottom left hand corner was my ex-girlfriend? Like who thinks of that? Like
Yeah,
only
yeah.
Matt Hayner.
Yeah.
And like yeah.
There's times you say things and like my kids, like I'm rolling down my window, we're leaving,
Yeah.
and you say something, and I laugh, and like he's like, "What do you say?" I'm like, "I don't know, something dumb." I just like roll the window up because I have zero comebacks for what you just said to me and my family in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, you're good. You're good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
no.
Making somebody laugh feels great.
Yes.
There's no doubt about
For
that.
sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So I'm like the Patch Adams. That could be on our list one day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, there
Great
we go.
one. That's a great one. That's a great one.
All right, my number 4 is getting something out of your teeth.
Mm.
Ah,
I
interesting.
specifically thought of
Mm,
popcorn,
okay.
like post popcorn,
Yeah.
Yep.
or steak. Like popcorn or steak are
Yeah.
big
beef
ones.
jerky.
Beef jerky. Yeah, you get a little
Sure.
toothpick. You
Yep.
got something back there.
Yeah.
Especially like maybe you're in a group setting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can't go to town. You gotta be confident.
Yeah.
But you're like
Like
sitting here like
working
this.
it.
You're like
And you can't let it go either, right?
right. No way, bro. Your tongue is like the most curious muscle in your body.
Yeah.
It's just feeling all over. So you're like working, and then you get it loose. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
brother, If you were to ask my wife, it'd be like taking your bra off at the end of a long day.
Yeah.
Like she's like, that's a great feeling. I'm like,
Yeah.
You know what's nice is getting popcorn out your teeth.
Dude,
out
yeah,
your
because
gums.
that little, like the kernel is like super thin, like it slides down in
dude.
there, like underneath.
It's like a fish scale in your
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
And you
right.
can't ever figure out because like you
Exactly
come up,
right.
like you have it with your tongue, you're like, all right, it's this tooth right here, and then you go in with your finger,
How annoying is that,
and you're
bro?
like you're 3 teeth off. You're like, how is this?
I'm literally
I'm
like,
trying
I
to-
counted,
2,
and
3.
then you go through. You're like,
You come with your
I'm
finger.
on my canine right now. How
You're
does
like,
this
I'm
work?
back here, and I think it's on
Yeah.
this tooth. Like what?
Dude,
I'm not connecting the dots
That's
here.
so
This
funny.
is
'cause
weird.
Your tongue is like, bam, right there. Bam,
Bam.
right there. Exactly. But like
Yeah.
the finger is like, what? Where is it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
how many teeth do we have?
That's so true. I don't know.
27, I think.
It's in the 20s.
26.
Yeah.
There's no way it's odd number, right? I mean, it can't be.
I'm pretty sure it's 26.
I don't know.
Hey, smile real quick.
Yeah.
Yours is on.
Hey.
Yours is on.
You got a picking ass fans, boy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
All right, there we go.
Funny.
Number 4. Hit
See,
it.
Hey, we haven't matched yet.
Okay. This is my 4 and 3 are actually kind of similar, but number 4 is watching somebody use a lathe. Do you know what a lathe is? It can be used for wood or
Yeah, I know
metal.
what- yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It spins it really fast.
Yeah.
And they use like a chisel or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so. I love watching that.
That's
thing.
the wormhole you go down.
Dude, yeah,
YouTube?
because you can watch on YouTube, but metal or wood, but they'll put like a gigantic block of like a tree stump. It's just a tree stump,
Yep.
like with the bark on it and everything.
Yeah.
And they're sitting here, they just hit it with this thing, and you see it like slowly shape. Oh, it is great. I
Nah.
love it. I love it. It looks great.
Yeah.
No, I'm with Dave. In 7th grade, I made a baseball bat
Yeah.
on a lathe.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing, dude. It went from 3 pieces of wood glued together
Yeah.
into a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And there's
Just,
tons of
and
wood.
just from spinning,
Yeah.
it just spins, and you use the chisels to get it exactly how you in the different like saws and stuff.
Don't care.
It's very.
that didn't hit my list, but I'm going to agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
Did you use the baseball bat?
Yeah. Like to
Why
hit
was it?
within,
Why
like,
was it glued together?
because there's not a piece of wood that's like thick enough for that. There probably was, but I went to I went to a public.
What, brother? Hold on, real quick. Have you seen trees?
Yeah.
Hold on, time out. Have you seen trees?
I went to public school, man. Like we didn't have the funding.
Matt, we're gonna glue these things together. Why?
Yeah.
Because trees don't grow this big.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. It's just-
Yeah, thickness of a baseball bat. There's not a tree that thick.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Shoot us with it, Hainer.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. All right. So
I understand what you're saying. It's just not my cup of tea.
But if you see it, it just comes together so like
Yeah, no,
like
it's cool.
elegantly.
it's
elegantly.
cool. It's just it's not my cup of tea.
Mhm.
Like I'll watch it, but it's not hitting my list.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I like
Fair
the
enough.
fact that we may have our first list ever where we don't.
Your first one was a banger.
Yeah.
Don't give up on yourself, Dave.
No, I think it's great.
All right. My number 4 is when you're in a like public space, you're in a gathering with people, friends, or whatever, you're having like drinks, appetizers, whatever, and you finally get to step away and let a fart out. You have that fart in there all night, right? It's like a giant balloon in your stomach, and you're like, God, man, you're listening to Steve's story of something, and you're talking to Becky, and you're like, hey, it's been real. And then you finally like step outside to go to your car or take a phone call or something.
It's great.
You let it out.
That it does feel good.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
You know what's also can make the most disappointing list? You've been keistering that air pocket for a while,
It's nothing.
and it's just like I could have done this 3 hours ago, brother. What?
I could have done that easily in
Yeah,
there when we were over there.
easy.
Yeah, we were over there talking about the fondant. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Or you go, I love that you brought that up. Or you go outside, dude, and it's like the 4th of July just went off.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
you're like waiting for the turd to come out next. You're just waiting
Oh,
for it. Hey, you know what I thought of? In Crazy Stupid Love, we got to have the because when he's talking about Mr. Miyagi, you Mr. Miyagi me,
Yeah.
and he goes and hits on his that school teacher.
Yeah.
And he's like, boring. Tell me something else. You're boring.
Yeah.
We got to have like the Crazy Stupid Love meter and be like, all right, dude, this is boring. Like, move it on.
Yeah.
Like politely tell someone to like we don't care about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
was,
like
I was trying to build up to that story.
No. Your build up was fine, but like in overall group chat, like how would we do that? Like a meme, yes, and a meme to people.
Mr. Miyagi? Is that what he's?
Oh, maybe the meme because that they don't even know that it's from Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
So if you send the meme, just us three would know within the group that we need this story to move along from whoever's texting it, whether it's wife or friend.
Okay. So you're
Friend
telling
or
me
foe.
I should Mr. Miyagi this
No, I'm saying
number, and I
No.
tell you we should Mr. Miyagi this wherever you're going.
I'm saying we need to come up with a way to tell people they're being boring without saying boring.
Okay. Okay.
And in a group chat, I think Mr. Miyagi would be a great way for us three to have an inside joke as to
If somebody's a
this
long-winded
is
story,
boring me. Yes.
a long-winded story.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody's talking about how my house got reappraised and
And Jessica was the person.
Yeah. I'm like,
yes.
that happened to my friend Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, something, dude. Yes.
I would love that.
Exactly. But I digress. What are we on?
Okay.
3.
3.
I have perfectly cooked meat. Mostly I'm thinking smoked meat
Okay.
because smoked meat takes a long time and oftentimes quite a bit of effort. Typically when I'm like smoking meat, if it's for a big payoff at the end, like a big party, like you don't smoke like one rack of ribs for your family. There's 25 people coming over or whatever. So when it comes out perfectly, I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is the French
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I love it.
Chef's
dude.
kiss,
There's
literally.
a lot of
I just said
pressure.
French kiss. I meant chef's kiss. I said French kiss.
Yeah.
I don't French kiss my meat.
Are
Just to be
we
clear.
talking about a specific kind of meat?
No,
or-
all meats. Because even like steak on
Yeah.
the grill, that does not take very long. But
Yeah.
like when someone cuts into it, like your father-in-law is like,
Yeah.
great, well cooked. You're
I
like,
was gonna say, 'cause
you're,
cooking-
you're damn right. I'm the grill master, bro.
Cooking meats for a large gathering is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I hate it.
Exactly.
I hate
Right?
it. Yeah.
I get put under that pressure a lot. I welcome the pressure.
Yeah.
I want it when it's the bottom of the ninth, bro, and like it's not going the way you want. You got bases loaded
Yeah.
and you can't find the strike zone. I'm looking at my wife and she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "We need it like 10 more degrees hotter.
Yes.
I don't know. I gotta get it over
Uh-huh.
here." This and like Teresa's like jumps on board. She's like, "All right, how do I help you?" This and that. She's looking for everything that she's like,
So-
we're both on board, but it is stressful.
Yes.
And then if you don't get it right, people are like, "Oh, it's still good." Like, no, hey guys, I know you've had my ribs before. This ain't the one
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
like, I get pissed off too because they're like, "No, these are great." I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah, dude, they're great for the first time I ever cooked ribs. Don't lie to me."
So what? I guess what's the most satisfying part of that? Like when it comes off and you're seeing the finished product, or when somebody's like biting into it for the first
No.
time and
No, 'cause
giving
when I
you
see
that
the-
compliment, the feedback.
Nah, the finished product before everyone eats. Because when I see the finished product, I know if it's gonna be good or not.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I may be the opposite, where it's like this looks good. It hit the temp. It's looking char, like it's looking nice and presentable.
Yeah.
But it's like when I'm getting that especially I would say I have like a 10-year-old nephew who I've cooked turkey the last couple of years, and I didn't cook the turkey one year. And that dude was upset, right? Because like the best feedback you get are from kids. Kids will shoot you straight, right?
Yeah.
Like this is trash, this
For
is
sure.
terrible, or whatever. So I'm like gauging my stuff on my nephew. We're like, hey, Mom, what's he thinking over there? Like I'm watching him bite into his first bite, but
I mean, it does feel good to like when someone says like this is great.
yeah,
But like I said, like even when my meat isn't hitting my bar,
yeah,
people are like, "This is so great." I'm like, you've had better from me specifically.
Yeah.
So I don't like my wife, she's a good critic because she will tell me, not mean, like I'd be like, "Hey, what do you think?"
Yeah.
She's like, "This ain't the one,"
Yeah.
or like, well, you've done better, or it's good, but it's missing this, or it's flavorful, but it's not juicy.
yeah,
Like she knows I want the true, so I can alter things next time.
yeah.
But so like pretty much when I take meat off of the smoker, I know I hit the mark or this is jacked. I gotta figure out how to like rescue this.
Yeah, no, that's a great one because you're working on it for hours.
And like I said, you're never smoking meat for 7 people, like 5 people.
No,
It's always 10 plus,
Like
20
this,
plus,
this
30
meal
plus.
this meal is gonna do or die
Right.
off this meat.
Shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's not going to survive on
My
the,
Sunday family dinner is 45, 50 people there. All right, let's move on.
That was your okay. Number 3. My number 3 is building something, building like pretty much anything, but specifically for me,
Yeah.
out of wood. Anytime I make some build something out of wood, I don't know. It's just the whole process of like working with wood is very satisfying.
Yeah.
Where it comes to like drilling the holes, like sawing. I don't know. It just feels like
Even buying the materials, right? I mean, if you equivalent it to a date or something like that, I mean, it's buying the materials, the equivalent of like picking out the best outfit for the night, right? It's like you get into the right space or framework
I'll allow
to
it.
build upon.
I don't think we need to go that deep into this.
I'm still
but-
running Crazy Stupid Love. We're
Yeah.
running
But I-
that as an undertone
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
No.
but I do see where you're going.
yeah, it's like sawing, drilling, all those things, and it's up and it's done. You're
Yeah.
like, nice.
Yeah, but it's part of it
Nice.
because it's all
Especially because especially when it's for woodworking, it's not like it's a manual that I followed. Right, put this like
you
it
had
was
to
all
figure it out.
yeah. Like I took literally just pieces of wood that were random, like laying on the ground, that weren't perfectly designed with the holes
And I needed
pre-drilled.
this thing.
I need this thing, and now I have the thing.
Right.
I don't know. That's satisfying.
I just built a shed underneath my porch, and like, to your point, I thought about that on my list. I'm like,
yeah,
I was done. I looked back. I'm like, this is dope.
yeah,
yes.
This is tight.
Yeah.
You know.
for sure.
And then the wife comes down. She's like, hey, this is great. I'm like, you're damn right, dude.
My number 3 is in most satisfying things, petting a dog.
Nah. Dude, I love dogs. I got a dog. You can leave.
I don't have a dog. I grew up with dogs, but just like showing up to people's houses, like your house or Dave's, I have a dog. And I'm like, hey, there's a dog, and I get to pet a dog. It gives me satisfaction.
That's the third most satisfying thing you could think of.
Yeah, it brings me
Nah.
happiness, man.
I don't think we need
I'm
to
not-
expand on this.
I don't like that one.
Because you guys have your own. When you see your dog, you're not like, hey, this is my dog. And I pet him.
Yeah, no, but
I pet
it's not
Chief all the
satisfying,
time,
though.
but I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
I
like,
wouldn't call it
oh, this
satisfying.
is some of the best stuff. If that was the case, I would just sit on the couch and just
But
rub
even
him
just like a random,
until there was a woodworking project to do, and then I'd get up and do that.
even like a random dog you see that's like a nice
No,
dog. And
for
you
sure
pet him.
not that.
Not at
For
all.
Oh
sure
man,
not
we're
that.
way on the
Yeah,
other side of the spectrum.
nerd, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Nerd.
No.
All right.
That one guy who commented on Dave and said he'll never feel love
Yeah.
because he doesn't understand a pet and he won't save its life. or
That's
whatever.
fine, dude. That guy can come
I'm
after
with
me,
him.
too.
I'm with that guy.
Yeah, dude. You can go
back.
live in his van down by the river.
Yeah.
I was standing up for Dave, but now we're
Good.
back
You
together.
yeah.
Okay.
We don't want you on our team. My number 2, canceling your own dinner plans to go eat out or to call in takeout.
Wow, that is specific.
So
Okay.
canceling your plans to go
like
out.
I'm like no,
Okay.
canceling your dinner, like your in-house dinner plans. Like tonight we're gonna make chicken sandwiches, or we're gonna make chicken breast with
Mm.
broccoli
Mm.
and orzo or whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
You're
And,
like-
then, and then I
like,
get home and Teresa's like, dude, it's been a day.
Yeah.
We have baseball at this time,
Yeah.
softball at this time. How about we just go get Chinese food?
Mm.
Or how about we hit, or maybe you're not that busy, like there's nothing going on. It's like, I don't want to cook. Let's go hit Medis.
Oh man,
And I'm just like, babe, you're talking my language.
you're teeing me up for tonight. I was team because it's always that decision, right? Of like, hey, are we gonna cook something at home, or just gonna make it easy and go eat out or whatever, right? So it's like, do we save money, or do we go spend it for the ease and convenience? Tonight, I was on all over the side, or whatever it is.
Spend all the money.
Yes. Well, no, I was. Hey, what do you want to do for dinner? Because I got home earlier, like a couple hours before she got off work, and it was like she's like, I don't care whatever you want to do. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's not waste money. I'll make something at home. I go in there and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm not feeling any of this. Let's go get Pizza Hut.
Yeah. See, bro?
So I go get the Pizza
How
Hut,
tight is it?
and it felt great because like I didn't have to clean up anything. I didn't have to prepare anything.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you. 100% agree with that. I love when that happens. Like I'm planning on cooking, and
It's
then
the best. Dude.
and then
I love it.
and then they're like, she's like, "Is this or something?" I'm like, "Yep."
I wish-
no arguments. Here.
I like that we don't eat out very often.
yeah.
I wish my wife canceled dinner plans every day, dude. I would eat out all the time,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right,
Gotcha.
moving on.
All right. My number 2. This is one I don't know how I'm gonna get you guys with this one. So this one specifically
We're
for
burning through this.
this one specifically for me is I'm a big fan. I have a big chess player, but this can be apply to things outside of chess. So for me, what I have on my list is like when you find like a checkmate or a tactic, like 2 or 3 moves. When you find it, you're like, oh yeah, that felt really good. Like I can like there's a move here, like there's a best move. Like you find it and it's like check here, move, or whatever. It's a really good feeling. So like maybe if you don't play chess, an equivalent could be any puzzle. Like solving a riddle or trivia or a puzzle is like satisfying.
But I don't think it's got to only be puzzles. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I do a lot of negotiating, sales negotiation, and that type of stuff. I love when you see where something's going in an argument, in a negotiation, anything. Like they say something, and you're like, your next steps are A, B, and C.
Sure.
And here we go. And it all works out. You're like, boom.
Like you ever
Got it.
do like trivia. Trivia is like extremely popular. It's very been popular for years, decades. And the thing is, the reason it's high is like it feels good to know things. Like when they ask you a trivia question, it's trivial knowledge, and you're like, got it. That feels good every time. It's like it can apply to any kind of puzzle or riddle, like or it could be like a riddle, sheet of riddles that are like, oh, I got this one. Like this one was like difficult, but I got it. Like
Right.
that like feels good to like get those answers.
It does piss me off when I can't get riddles. Dude.
Yeah, and then you like get the answer, you're like, of course that was it. But like in chess, like if you after the game, most of the websites will like review your game and tell you the best move.
Okay.
Because like in the game, because like in it's harder in chess also because in a puzzle there is an answer, right? It was made, there is an actual answer. But at chess position, there's might not be. There might not be a move that wins because it's just how this sets up. So when you do find it and you look at the after the game, you're like, yep, that was the move to
got
win.
his ass,
I don't know,
boy.
it just feels good. Just
Okay.
satisfying.
Do you talk trash on those, like when you play chess matches against other people?
Like if I'm like losing and come back and win, I'm like, yeah, for sure. Not I don't actually talk trash to them.
Okay.
Bro,
But like I'm like yelling
Is
at my
there
screen. I'm like,
any-
that's what I'm talking about.
I'd be
For sure.
giving them the smoke.
Is
from
there
start
any
to
form of
finish.
chess trash talking?
Maybe.
Does that exist?
That's why I would
I
do it
mean-
because I'm a subpar chess player.
yeah.
So I'm gonna get in your head and you're just gonna be frazzled, bro.
That was number 2. That was my number 2.
My number 2.
Puzzles, riddles.
My number 2 is coming home for the day from work and changing out of your work clothes into any whatever clothes you want to wear for the day.
I agree. For me, it's just I just take my shirt off. But yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Just take off your uniform of the day.
Yes, and it's not even like I wear a uniform, but it's like slacks, jeans, whatever
Sure.
it is.
100.
I'm taking those off. It's like I'm a snake shedding skin, right?
I have a
Yes.
question. Do you sleep in your chonies? Or do you have like short, like, because like I sleep in shorts, but I don't wear
Okay.
my underwear underneath.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So do you wear like your chonies and your shorts on top, or you just wear one or the
Kinda
other?
shorts, yeah.
Shorts,
Or
no.
one- I do a combination of, yeah. It's either the underpants or the shorts.
But
It's not
But
both.
not
usually.
both.
It's not both.
No.
Not both. That's too many
Okay.
layers.
right.
Too many.
Not
Okay.
layers. Too many juices
Yeah.
sealed in.
Yeah.
So at what point, like, I always struggle with is like I don't like my just like my underwear. I don't sleep. I sleep in short, like looser shorts.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
more comfortable.
Yeah.
But without underwear. But I'm always like, when do I take my underwear off?
Okay. I don't know.
answer's never.
Well, yeah, I found like once my kids are in bed, that's when the underwear can come off.
Okay. Yeah.
The shorts go
that's
back
fair.
on.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how.
But
that
it would
to-
be nice if you could go earlier, though. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just in the boxers only. I don't like the shorts
And the socks. Don't forget.
You
the
wear
socks.
boxers, like loose
no
fitting boxers.
boxer briefs. Boxer
So
briefs.
you wear your briefs
That's it. Yeah.
under your shorts all day, and then when it's time for bed, you just take your shorts off and you get in bed.
No, I mean I'll change them. I'll change
Change,
them.
but
Yeah.
you're wearing briefs only to
only.
bed.
Yeah. Only in a t-shirt.
See,
And
I used
I
to.
wear socks to bed too.
You wear a
I'd
t-shirt.
say,
I wear socks actually always.
Yeah, I know you're
Always
a
wear
a
socks.
sock
got
guy,
them layers
but
on.
you
Yeah.
also wear a t-shirt in bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
You're a t-shirt person too?
In bed? Yeah.
T-shirt.
Since forever,
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like sleeping with no shirt.
brother. I'm
I don't
like,
like
I
I'm-
can't sleep with a
I
shirt
don't like
on.
that.
I can't sleep with a shirt on. I actually,
Yeah.
until I started having children, slept naked for almost my whole
You
life.
told me that before.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
told me that. 'Cause remember, you had to put to go to the bathroom. You had to put your grab shorts. and put it
Yeah, I was
back
just like,
on.
and I finally like one or two, like a kid crawls in the bed a couple times. You're like, all right, I can't be naked next to my child. Like, I'm gonna put some shorts. on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
But that's where I'd like
Yeah.
develop like the thigh high shorts with no underwear. It's
Mm.
as close as you can get to being naked. Dude, a shirt would drive me bananas.
No, I can't sleep in a
I don't
shirt.
even know. Like Teresa sleeps in a shirt. I like most women do, I guess.
Mhm.
No,
I
it'd
just
be
don't under.
Too
Oh,
constricting, man.
no,
Turn around.
thank you,
No.
dude.
No.
No,
no.
thank you.
That's great conversation. I would say, but yeah, coming off from work.
Does your brother sleep in a shirt?
I don't know.
Why would you ask that?
Yeah.
I just is it a family thing? Like,
What?
is it person to person? Is
Jared,
it like,
Jared, comment below if you
hey
sleep in a
Jared,
shirt.
Jared, comment below. Do you wear a shirt to bed?
Yeah.
I was just,
Hey,
maybe
Jared.
it is like, yo, my
Yeah.
dad's, my had always had a shirt on, so I have a shirt on, so that's what we do.
I remember
Hey.
my dad did not have a shirt on when he
Yeah.
when he went when he.
Ja-
Oh,
I
so
remember that.
okay,
Let's say
I
Jared.
remember that.
so it's
We're
not
also
it's
on
not
X,
exactly generational.
Instagram, send us a picture also too. Yeah,
Selfies only.
Don't do that.
yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah. Hashtag.
That's a good one. I like that one. I
That
agree.
is a good one.
I agree. Like
Feels
like,
great, man.
Yes,
You know,
it's
like,
the best.
My wife is like the quickest. She is home and she has changed her clothes in seconds.
You're like,
yeah.
it's so
she's
fast.
she's like an Oscars host.
Yes.
You're like,
it's
what?
a quick change. Yeah, it's like in the backstage and she's back out.
Oh.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, dude.
Not like that.
I don't fault
I'm
her one
usually-
bit.
I walk in the house and the kids are like, "Can I have this? Can I have that?" And everybody's like, "Going to minute." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, give me one
Like, she
second.
had clothes, yeah.
I got to come in here and Batman this thing." And I'm just like, pew. I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm chill now. What do we need?
Yeah,
What's going on?"
Now I'm out of work.
Yeah.
Out of work mode.
Yes.
That's good.
That's a good one for sure.
All right, my number one, just finishing any manual labor job.
Yep.
Whether it's mowing the grass,
Yes.
whether it's building something, whatever, like anything you can look back on and be like,
Yep.
I did that or I took part in that. I thought I was going to build houses when I was younger because I worked construction for my buddy's dad. And yeah, it sucked. Like he made me do all the worst things, but I did enjoy, like at the end of the day, if he had me work on some part of the house or hang drywall or do whatever landscaping, like look like, dude, I did that, dude. And you could be proud of it. I just love finishing. And also like it's hard. So you're done. Like chug a water, chug a beer, whatever. Like you're finished for the day. Like, I don't know. It's great. I think it's probably the most satisfying thing.
Yeah.
But it's also most
Well, no,
satisfying
you def-
because
you
of how
definitely
hard
do.
you worked.
You definitely think it's the hardest thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I 100% think
That's number one.
no one can tell me different. That's my number one.
No, you're absolutely right. It has to be something that's productive, though, right? Like if it's not productive, it's less satisfying.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
if it's just like for fun, like it's like a fun thing, maybe.
like what? Like name
I
something.
don't know. Like
Building a sandcastle.
yeah,
No,
something
thank
like
you.
that. Yeah,
100%. I'm not joining your team.
That's a good example. Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Something that's
Yeah.
frivolous.
Yeah.
Like it has to be like this is like it's done. It was hard work, and like now something is better than it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
Even if it's not my stuff, like, dude, I will.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna paint Dave's like, we're gonna paint my house or whatever. I need your help.
Put in a
I-
basketball hoop.
Put in about exact. Does it help me out at all? Not one bit. But I like helping my friends. I like all of it.
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, I yam on that thing.
Yeah.
So it did help me out a little bit,
Yeah.
but
But it's also it takes like years for that feeling to wear off too, because like it'd be like 6 months after you finished a project, and you still walk out there, whether it's like shelves in your garage or something, you still walk out there and like, I grab this. You're like, shelves are looking pretty good.
I also
Yeah.
think
Shelves looking
it's.
pretty good.
I
Look
think
at
you're
them.
right.
Look at
I think
them.
you're
Looking
right.
all straight and stuff.
they're
I
holding
also
up,
think
kinda
it's
tap 'em.
important to do
shake
it
it.
like
Yeah.
with specifically boys. You
Okay.
have son. If you have a son,
Hmm.
you need to have them help you do things. Yes, it's going to slow the process down,
Yeah.
but they will see your joy in what you are doing. And then that will rub off on them. They will understand why you can't half-ass things, why things got to be built right, you
Yeah.
know, or whatever, because it goes down to all like doing the poop patrol before you mow the lawn.
And it's the whole like mantra of blood, sweat, and tears,
Yeah.
right? Where it's
Yeah.
like, and a lot of the stuff that you build, or you're putting, maybe not the tears, but the blood and the sweat are always a factor into that.
Right.
And you go back later and you're like, man, like that was worth it, right? It was while you're doing it, you're like, this sucks. Like putting in a fence or something, digging a hole for a basketball goal to put in. You're like, this is horrible.
Yeah, but
Like you don't enjoy it while you're doing it,
I
but with the
don't-
finished product, you're so satisfied.
There's been very few things that I'm like, this is awful.
Digging a
hole. I would say
hole
any
is
digging of
terrible.
holes is not.
Yeah,
great.
but when you got your two best homies with you, I like in my head that doesn't count.
I mean,
as
it's
terrible.
fun and we laughed, but it was horrible.
I hate
it
that task specifically. Digging holes in the ground is terrible at all.
See,
Yeah.
I was
Always.
just say I didn't think it was that
It was
bad
like a
because I
4
was
foot
with
by
you guys.
3 foot.
No, for sure. I mean, it makes it better for sure.
It was a
But
4 foot by
I
3
just-
foot hole in clay.
Yeah, dude, I hate digging. Like, and Chelsea built all these trees. We had to dig all those holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Ugh.
don't disagree with you. Like digging holes suck,
Yeah,
but like it wasn't. I don't look back and I'm like that sucked. I'm like, I literally look back and I say that was fun. Like
Yeah,
we had
no.
some fun for
Yeah.
a day.
and it was like it was like three. We didn't dig that long. Like I would dig for 2 minutes and like I would hop out, and then like you would dig for a couple
Right.
minutes. So it was for sure. But I'm saying like out of all the tasks that can be done, like digging I hate it.
Dude,
It's
that's
the
also
worst.
why I think Therese, because I grew up doing a lot of manual labor.
Mm.
Like for my dad, or my dad would find, like literally would call people and like find manual labor for me to do
Yeah,
because I was kind of a wild child. Like
He
he's like, I just
found
gotta-
menu labor for you.
Yeah,
to
he
do
would
it?
just like find things for me to do. Like, oh, you're gonna go to this guy's house and do this. I would always bring a homie.
Mm.
Like I think that's why I enjoy being with the homies so much all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm an extrovert. My wife's an introvert. Like she's like, I'm like, I just want to be with my friends. Cause in the times that like life sucks and your dad's like trying to make it the worst for you, I'm just like, as long as I have a friend here,
yeah.
we're gonna be just fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Doing a
so I
crappy
guess
job
that's
with a
also
friend.
like my
I
outlook.
agree.
Like you guys like this sucks. I'm like, I look back on digging that hole pretty fondly.
Yeah,
Because we spent 4 hours with each other,
yeah, that's true.
uninterrupted. That we just dug a hole and talked shit to each other.
I
Yeah.
like digging holes.
Yeah, no, I'm not one of them
Dun,
hole
dun.
digger. I'm not even doing that. But together we can dig that hole.
That's a good one. I would 100% agree with that. Any manual labor job.
Dude,
Yep.
get a homie.
Yeah, dude.
Get a homie.
That's a
It's
good
the
one.
best.
All right.
All right, my number one is so this could apply to many different things. This is sports. This is a sport thing in sports.
Sport.
Yeah, this is a thing in sports. So my sport that this applies to the most is disc golf. I like disc golf a lot.
Oh.
When you throw the perfect shot, when you throw it, and so it's really it could be anything where you like throw it and then you get to watch it travel, and just like see it fly through the air. It just feels great. So I'm not a ball golfer, but if you like in ball golf, same idea.
You mean golf? You mean golf?
Ball golf.
You hit with
So in ball
ball,
golf, when you
yeah.
hit a good shot, I mean, it just like, oh, that's perfect. You can see it fly through the air. I feel like that's like.
Is it
extremely
wild that
satisfying.
you called golf your almost your whole life until you had discovered disc golf and then you started calling it ball golf?
I only call it ball golf when you're around. Literally, I never ever call
Yeah.
it ball golf.
Checkmate, dude.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yes.
You got my ass dead to rights.
And that's only because he said frisbee golf once.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's been on the defense
Yeah.
since.
Exactly.
Dude.
But yeah.
Oh, it grinds my gears. That's hilarious
Yeah.
that you said.
The qualifier here is that you release it, and then there's a time between you
To watch
until
it,
you know that it's
whatever.
actually good or not.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is very satisfying. I don't hit a lot of great shots in golf. I
Yeah.
love golf. I don't hit a lot of great of them.
Yeah.
But when you do, you're like, dog.
Yes.
And everyone on the tee is like, bro,
Yes.
what? And you're just like,
Yes.
yeah, I smoked that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for me in disc golf, like again, like you throw a drive and you see it, like you're like, oh, it's perfect. You see how it's just gonna fade and like and it's like land right where you want it. Or I can imagine like in baseball, right? You feel a throw, you get it fielded in the outfield, and you just like gunning someone down at
No,
first or second or
hitting a-
home
I was
or
gonna say
whatever.
Hitting.
Hitting up, pimping a home, like being able to pimp
Sure.
a home run.
Sure.
Hitting a ball.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing.
You know which one you don't get satisfaction from is like just slicing a guy in football. like if you like just cripple a guy,
Yeah.
it feels amazing, but you don't get to enjoy it.
But it's immediate. So
Exactly,
in football,
exactly.
the
You don't
equivalent in
watch
football
it.
was like
Right.
like you throw a bomb, like you throw it and it's like you can see.
No,
it,
no, no.
And then they
I
catch it. And you're like,
right.
oh yes,
I
that was
understand
perfect.
completely. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, it is very satisfying to just cripple a guy, but it's
Mhm.
also you don't get to enjoy
Savor
it.
it exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's for me. Like there's a multiple different sports you can choose from here, but it's when you hit the
Yeah.
make a shot and then you can like enjoy it while it's traveling
Dude,
through to its destination.
Not even that. Like, who cares about a sport? Like, we used to throw like rocks at stop signs, or like set up a bottle on a stop sign on top of a stop
For
sign.
sure.
Dude, like when you threw it and you're just like,
Like that's
that
our
one.
target,
and
Yes.
it's like a skinny rock, so
Yes.
it's like, but you curved it perfectly, and you're just
Yes.
like, that's the one.
Yeah.
And you hit it, and all the homies are like, wow.
Yeah.
And you just go inside and like finish your Coca-Cola.
Because that anticipation, it's like you throw it, it looks good, it looks great, but there's
Yeah.
still that little bit anticipation. 'Cause
Yeah,
you don't
it's
know
good.
for sure. It could be off or whatever.
I was a big throw rocks guy. Did you guys throw a lot of rocks when you were kids?
Oh yeah.
I did.
I was say as
You're
you
a big
said,
rock guy?
as you said that, I wanted to like throw into the argument of like skipping a stone on water.
Yeah,
That's a great feeling.
New
too,
Mexico,
man.
not a whole lot of water where I was from, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we
that's
threw a
great
lot of
feeling,
rocks.
too. You chunk that thing, dude, and it's like pop, 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 pop,
Yes.
pop, pop, pop.
That's a
pop.
good one.
I do,
And
I
it goes
do
like
love
15
that.
times.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
a great
even
feeling.
better when you throw one in
It
front of
means
your
nothing.
kids. You
But
teach
it's a
your,
great feeling.
No,
It's like does nothing.
it is
anything to
100.
do.
But if you have kids, bro,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, check this out. I bet I can get 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your kids are like,
Yeah.
what?
Dude.
Your kids have their older cousin who's
Yeah.
like 4 years older than them, like, oh, Johnny has only gotten 2 all day,
Yeah.
and he's the best. You're like, Johnny's a nerd.
And it doesn't dim with like the satisfaction doesn't dim with like age. Like you could be out there.
for
You
sure.
could be out there at 7 skipping a rock, or I could be 36 skipping a rock and have the
Mhm.
same level of like,
yeah.
oh, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
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 I know.
So that's
This
my
is
number
great.
one.
This whole list is great, man. This is like
Also,
sparking.
Did
things
you
that, like,
did you
didn't
ever
think
like
of.
how big of a rock can we skip?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
a fun
How
one.
big the thickness? Sometimes the thickness will throw you off too. You're like,
For
this
sure,
won't
dude.
skip.
Thickness
Yeah,
throws
well,
it off a lot, right?
Got to give it a little velocity.
Right?
Got a little velocity.
That's
in it.
funny. That's my number one. Specifically, like the one I'm going with specifically is disc golf because you can really get it to a lot of movement, right?
Dude,
So
throwing a
can-
frisbee, I mean a disc, is to me
we said we got to
is-
bite you out.
extremely difficult. Yeah, let's go, dude.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna huck that thing, but I'm just gonna go like this. Every throw is this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
The elbow tilt's wrong.
Yeah.
Do that
I
huck-
get it. It's
we'll do that
fine.
Huck to a disc.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the number one.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
What you got,
Dave
Matt?
told me.
For your number one.
Dave taught me.
All right, so I got a 2-parter on my number one.
Oh,
That's not
is that
real.
allowed?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. One
it's
is
coming
one
in.
and
It's
one's
coming in.
honorable mention.
It's coming in. I think I have mine, but I'm gonna propose a question to Colin, and Dave's gonna have to sit this one out
Uh-oh.
based on what it is because he doesn't know.
Some
So-
drinking, some alcohol.
So, number one for me, satisfying things: the first sip of coffee in the morning, or the first crack open and sip of a beer in the evening.
I think it depends on the beer.
The type of beer?
No, like, am I just got done mowing my lawn? Am I meeting
No,
the
I'm
homies
saying this
with
is-
for a fireplace?
I'm saying so. We'll to do apples. We'll say this is a Monday morning first sip of coffee,
yeah.
or this is a Friday evening. You just got off work, pulled into the house, got into the garage fridge, and cracked open a beer. This is sip for sip.
The beer.
The beer or the coffee?
The beer.
Because they're both tough. They both have like really distinct, right? Because
Yeah.
the coffee's brewing, you hear it going, you get the smell. The beer also has the crack.
No, I don't know. I like beers.
Well, coffee is gross, but I can't.
but
I
Dave,
can't-
check the weather or something on this one.
But I can't imagine. Like, I think if I were, I would say I would probably agree with Colin because I think the coldness
Okay.
is more satisfying than hot.
Okay.
That'd be more like my first instinct.
I can go without both. I drink way more
A
coffee
cold beer
than
on a hot day is better than a hot
Yeah.
coffee on a cold day.
So,
I think a cold drink is just
yes.
feels
Dude, I get done mowing the church and it's like 10:30 and I have a beer because it's just like I'm hot. I've been doing a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
I've been out there for 3 hours.
Yes.
I drink
Yeah.
one beer. I'm like, whew,
Yes.
that's good. And then I drive home and I finish my Friday and don't drink any more beer until
Yeah, you called an
it's
Uber.
quitting time.
Yeah.
But like
you
that
called an Uber
cold
ride
beer
share.
gets it.
I don't drink beer, but I've been in that situation with other cold beverages, and it
Yeah.
feels good.
So I
Would you like to try non-alcoholic beer? Or do you even care?
No.
No,
'Cause
don't.
I also-
don't
I also-
do that, Dave.
Like, why?
I don't
Well, no,
even want
but
you
it
to
also
waste your
sucks
time or
compared to
money.
regular beer. Like we talked about the other week. I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't do
Sober
that.
curious.
yeah, just don't get
The
sober.
movement. It's a
Good,
whole
dude.
movement.
Don't get sober curious on this.
yeah,
dude.
yeah, Dave's in a
Bro,
movement now.
I'm not curious. I've been there. I'm
Yeah.
living in that my whole life.
No, don't waste your money.
Would
Save
that
it,
be
sober.
called? Would that be sober queer?
save it for.
No, just be sober.
But I wanted to present this question because
What?
I thought about both being
What do you
equally
think it is?
satisfying. I would go with the beer because it's not as frequent as the coffee, right? Because every morning I'm a coffee drinker. Every morning I have the coffee. It's great, right? It's the start of the morning. I love the smell.
Sure.
I love it. I love listening to a brew.
Yep.
But I also enjoy both. But yeah, I would pick one because it's almost like the Chick-fil-A. You don't have it on Sundays or whatever. It's just like a beer on a Friday because I don't ever drink during the week or whatever. It's either Friday or Saturday or something.
You don't drink during the week,
Mm-mm.
dude. You know what's gotten me lately?
Drinking
Open-
during the week.
Open beer. Yeah, yeah. Because open beer policies at the ball fields.
Ah.
What, like Genesis and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can drink beer there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's better than watching baseball, eating a hot dog, and drinking a beer?
Yeah.
So like,
I partake in that. Yeah.
you just said you
sometimes.
don't drink on the week,
I have a couple times.
bro. I drink during the week. Like I'm not hammering it, but I'm like a
yeah.
couple beers. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna
I
get
saw your-
fat.
I
I'm
saw
gonna
your
get
whole-
fat real quick.
I saw
dude.
your whole team getting loose when we played each other.
There's a
Yeah,
couple
I know
times that we just
Sweet.
we get off, dude.
I think you made a great argument about the frequency,
Yeah.
making the one more satisfying. I think you're exactly right.
Yeah. Because I'm not coming home every night and cracking a beer. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, some people may do that. I don't. But
Several people do.
yeah, one is like you're waiting for that, right? You've gotten through the whole week.
Yes.
You're like, all right, I can crack a beer open.
Well, but even at the end of the day, even if you do it every day, it's still like at the end of the day.
yeah.
It's not like first thing
You built
drink,
up-
like coffee.
Yeah.
First thing
Yeah.
coffee. Like it's,
You had to
it's
earn
not-
it. You earned
Yes.
that.
It does feel like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But-
agree.
Yeah. But out of the two, though, I mean, both satisfying things.
Mhm.
So I figured we'd propose that question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Good number
That's
one.
a good one.
Yeah.
Good list. Good episode today. Well, you guys got anything else?
Any ideas for next week? Do you have an idea or no? You gonna surprise us?
For topics? No, I got an idea for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it, dude? Predator 17?
No. I think for the movie, I think I might have to go Top Gun Maverick.
That's the
Maverick.
new one. That's the new one.
Not the original one.
No.
I've seen neither.
Yeah.
You don't need
No.
to see. You don't need to see the original Top Gun.
I think we're gonna skip the original because they're
You-
so far apart from each other.
Well, you don't need to, but there are some callbacks that
Mm.
I'll just
would
catch
be
you up
nice to
speed.
know.
Maybe I'll watch them both.
But yeah,
I'm gonna go home and watch Top Gun Maverick. I've already seen it. I've seen it like twice. It's a
It's-
good
It's
movie.
good.
to me,
It's a good movie.
it is the action movie of all action.
There,
movies.
I would say
That's
you.
great.
I think you should go home. You should watch the first one. Why are you staring at me like that?
Because
bro?
like
I'm itching my ears, dog.
this guy.
Sorry, Dad.
Gee, this guy thinks this is.
He's
Sorry,
trying to get the
Dad.
gnats out of his ears.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
thinks,
dude.
He thinks we're not in a. He thinks we're like not in a kitchen or something. Right?
Yeah.
Dude,
we're gonna
I-
actually.
now
do
that I
it.
think about it, dude,
We're in episode
I think you
13.
should watch the first one.
You
There's,
think so?
there's enough callbacks that
I thought
dog,
this to
his
myself.
son, bro, is the number one callback.
But I feel like they did a well enough job in the movie to where Dave would have no idea about anything. It could
I can
be
probably
about.
watch them both
I
if
think
it's
Dave
unless
would've
it's
just-
Monday. Unless we have 2 days.
But
Anyway,
I'm almost curious to have Dave watch this one as a standalone and just judge it by itself because of how good it is. I'm leading the witness here.
all right.
Whatever,
I'm leading the
dude.
We'll
witness.
see. We'll see. Well, Tiger Maverick, well, that means definitely popular. So
Because
check it out.
we went off. What was before Crazy Stupid? It was Catch Me If You Can.
Yep.
So we've kind of gone off a couple like drama, comedy. I think it's time for action.
Back to the
again.
action.
Get back to the action.
Well, that's the end of the action for today. Join us.
It's getting good at this.
Join us next week for another episode of Lazy Dog.
Lazy dog.